Salutations! Welcome back to my channel. Trying to see the best I can. Today's video is going to be on a very super special product I got in the mail the other day. And by the other day I mean yesterday. And it is the Wayne Goss new airbrush. If you are unfamiliar with Wayne Goss's brushes, stop right now. Go to Beautylish and just buy them all, because this is like luxury at its finest. I am obsessed with Japanese makeup brushes. I have never used anything better. Their brushes are always very soft, they're always well made, and they're amazing at application. So Wayne Goss has his own brush line, and they are Japanese made, and they are no exception. I think also because he is a makeup artist that there is a level of, I don't want to say utilitarianism, but like the level of precision and the use of these brushes are always just so smartly made. Chikuhodo is another one of my favorite brush lines, and they have some beautiful brushes. So is Hakuhodo, but I think Wayne's brushes are a little bit more user-friendly if you're not too familiar with how to use brushes. It's almost kind of like the Artiste brushes are kind of like idiot-proof. These are like idiot-proof Japanese brushes. I know I sound crazy, but trust me, if you've never had the pleasure of using one of his brushes, definitely go out and at least buy an eye and a powder brush, just so that you can experience the reason why I'm gushing and gushing and gushing and gushing and gushing and gushing and gushing. But back to this. This is the new brush that he had came out, and it's basically kind of like, it's called this airbrush. It's supposed to be a brush that's really good for powder application, for brushing, for baking. It's really a vegetarian brush. There we go, I can say words again. When I first got this, obviously this was something I bought early on for the early release from Beautylish. If you're unfamiliar with Beautylish, they're an amazing website. Check them out, I'll link them below. I have a bunch of his brushes. I think that's the only place you can get them right now. And I was super excited to be able to purchase this. Now, for a really quality squirrel brush from Japan, a luxury brush, this little guy was only $35. I have brushes that are double the cost that aren't nearly as nice or as well made or as good at putting on makeup. So this is a steal. Go out and get it. Just go. Just now. I'll wait. Okay, welcome back. Or not. Who knows? I'm just being stupid and gimmicky. But this isn't stupid and gimmicky. This is far from stupid and far from gimmicky. First and foremost, the reason why I absolutely love this brush is for the application of highlighter. Now, generally I use a very large tapered blending highlighter for my highlighting brush for my highlighter. I got it from Luxie. It's amazing. I love it. The issue is sometimes it's not very good at evenly putting on my highlighter, so I have to go over it with a fan brush, or sometimes even with my finger, to really kind of blur it out. I like a very strong stroby highlighter, but I don't like it to look chunky. I want it to look like I'm just naturally made of metal. Not that I put on highlighter that makes me look like I'm made of metal. This is beautiful for highlighter. I love the fact that it's got this little bit of a tapered edge right here, but it's also flat, so it's really multitasking. And what I do is I'm going to use my hand and pretend this is the highlighter. I go in very lightly like this, cover the brush, knock it out, and go like this to put on my highlighter, and then use this softly to blend it in. I don't have to use two brushes for this like I did before. I only have to use one. I also really like this for buffing. Now, generally when I put on a bronzer and a blush, I use a very big bronzing brush. I like a very loose application. Whew, I don't know why, I'm still getting over being sick. Ugh. I like a very loose look. I don't like to look too chiseled. The reason why is I have a very weird shaped head. Please understand when I say that I've come to grips with my weird shaped head since I was 5 years old. It looks like a potato. That's fine. I'm okay with being a potato head. The thing is like I've never had a very cut jawline, even when I was very slim and fit. And so whenever I do anything really chiseled, it always looks kind of bizarre because I have a very soft jawline. And even when I would cut into my jawline, it would just look dirty to me. So what I like to do is add just a little bit of dimension with a very strong bronzing look right here and just have it gently fade into here. Now if I use a big brush, since I already put a big brush of bronzer and powder and blush and highlight, and I want to buff everything, if I use a big brush, it tends to get lost. So what I like to do is just kind of buff the edges and in the area in here. It's looking like it didn't blend well. This is perfect for that. I can go down here and really kind of cut it, especially if I use a little bit more powder or anything like this. And really kind of cut this in here, and it doesn't make it look chiseled, but it makes it look more defined. And this is amazing if I just kind of want to soften this area a little bit without disturbing my highlighter too much, because I never want my highlighter to be down in this area. I always want it to be up here on top of my cheekbone. This is also amazing. I don't like to contour my nose too much because I have a very large nose and people would obviously see. I don't have an issue with my nose, but I do know that it's big, again. But what I like to do is at least add a little bit of definition, and this has been great for just touching it gently in my contour palette or a little bit of my non-shimmery bronzer. Because it has this end, I can go everything here, and this has been a fantastic brush for that. So I've really been using this for all of my face makeup, for my buffing, for my highlighter, for my blush. This is great for blush if I want to get really pigmented, but only like right here, which is if I'm going to go for a deep blush rather than do a light blush across all of my cheek. If I want to do it kind of more like in one area, I want it to be a little bit harder, which is what I did yesterday. This was fantastic for it. So overall, this brush has really surprised me. I knew it was going to be a phenomenal brush, but it's really been amazing for so many things. And I just love how soft it is. So those are my thoughts on a Wayne Goss brush. If you want me to do a get ready with me video with this brush, let me know. I would love to do it. I'm going to do a get ready video with some of my new recently bought makeup sometime next week when my throat's feeling a little bit better. But if you want me to really use this brush and show you guys how amazing it is, I would love to do that. If not, I'll just grab whatever brushes I can find, which will probably be this brush anyway. But generally, I would say if you're looking for a really good utilitarian brush, something that's going to be good for highlighter, for blush, for brushing, for baking, for light contouring, definitely get this brush. I think it's a limited edition, and once they're sold out, they'll be gone. I could be wrong, but go to beautylish.com. I will again link it below. And if you want to try out any other of Wayne Goss's brushes, his fan brushes are phenomenal, and his eyeshadow brushes are phenomenal, his powder brushes are phenomenal. All of his brushes are phenomenal. I know also Beautylish sells Chikuhodo brushes too, so definitely check those out. But definitely get this brush if you've been looking for something like this, or even if you haven't. This is going to be a brush that you're going to be reaching for. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this video. If you like videos like this and you want me to do more reviews on makeup brushes or luxury items, let me know. I would love to do them because it's something that I just like to spend my money on. This obviously was not sponsored. I spent my own money on this. Again, I've got 11 subscribers. No one's going to be sending me crap. If they do send me crap and you want to send me crap, I will let you know. But this is fantastic, and I hope you guys enjoyed if you ended up getting it. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, month, year, whatever. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe. It's free, and I am entertaining and obnoxious. I'm really good at selling myself. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye.